Alright guys, so this is the interior of the XJ. You can kind of fairly see it's pretty much bone stock. There's been, a few little things that's been done to it since before we acquired it. There's a old school kind of like Sony CD player that's going to be replaced eventually. But after honestly, one thing that I was surprised about when we acquired this thing was how clean it was on the inside. The outside is one thing, but honestly, the inside, it ain't bad, guys. No cracks, really nothing going on. Fairly good looking interior. I know some of the things that I would like to do up here that I've seen. I know they got the Overland bars that'll kind of go from this side of the dash and over. Plan on doing something like that. But all in all, it's little things. There's a little crack in the dash cluster down there and all that. But for the most part, I'm not too bad. I'm okay with it. Now, yeah, the headliner, that's a different story. Obviously headliners like this, if I can get a better shot of it, headliners like this, if you've got an old Jeep or you're in the process of looking at them or something like that, headliners are just, that's what they are. They just fall apart. They do all those things. So I've debated going back and forth about either taking all the headliner off and just doing like a Raptor liner or something like that. But I don't know. I've heard good and bad things. The good things about it, you don't have any dirt issues, stuff like that. But I know it does get, there's some cooling and heating issues when you do something like that. This serves a purpose, sound dampening, cooling temperatures and things like that. So, there is that side to it as well. But either way, this is going to be something that we're going to be tackling eventually in this. And if you got an idea, drop a comment down below. Whether if you've gone through the headliner route, what your experience was. If you've gone the Raptor liner route, what that experience was as well. And we'll go from there. But yeah, just overall, this needs good cleaning, things like that. The seat covers eventually. I replace the dash panel. I know JCR Off-Road makes some units for the interior that I'll be looking at installing in this thing. But like I said, overall, I'm not too dissatisfied with how well it cleaned up and how well it looks on the inside. So guys, this is the rear hatch cargo area of the XJ. Just like the front, as you can see, like I said, interior wise, it's clean, man. There's really nothing too crazy with it as far as the plastic. The plastic's still solid, still there. Obviously we're running a little bit bigger tires now, so the spare tire carrier, it's hanging out, it is what it is. Think about different ideas I can do with this, either maybe mounting a rotopack, fire extinguisher, something there. We're trying to figure out how to use these existing holes and stuff for mounting brackets instead of diving too deep and creating something. If I can use what's already there, man, I'll do that all day long. So if you have any ideas, comment them down below. I know this is the area to me that can get confusing and overwhelming when you're deciding kind of what to do with I guess designing your rig and building it and what the use of it's going to be. I've seen these elaborate platforms, these elaborate storage things. At the end of the day, you really have to decide what you plan on doing with it and how you plan on using it. When it comes to the platforms and all that, this is going to be, a camping unit and things like that, but also too, it's going to be a daily driver. So as much as I want this gigantic fancy layout back here, I just don't know yet exactly what we're going to be doing. Obviously, you'll see updates and kind of transitions as far as what we decide to do. I do have 2 kids too, so I can't just totally lay something down, build this gigantic 8-foot platform and go from there. But yeah, I know there'll be some storage compartments back here, maximizing what I've got. I know some of the ideas that we have is mounting an air compressor, dual battery setup. Obviously things that we're going to need if we're out camping. whether it be at a campground at the beach or wherever it may be, and using those things. So this is the exterior. You know, I made a comment about how nice the plastic looked in the interior. The exterior, it's a different story. You know, this thing is a '94 Jeep Cherokee Country, so you know it's been around the block. It ain't a young teenager no more. It's got some years on it. It's got the aches and pains and all that good stuff. Right now, on it, we are running Cooper Discoveries. I like these tires. They are a little bit harder compound, I think. You know, going down the road, we get a little bit of a hum. But you know, anything that's got a halfway aggressive tread, you know, you're going to have that. But all in all, I've been happy with them. They were on it when we got it. You know, we've probably put a few thousand miles on them already, and seem to be doing fairly well. It's got, we believe, a 3-inch skyjacker lift on it that was placed on it God knows how long ago. Obviously it needs a little bit of TLC, as you can see. You know, another thing that eventually we'll probably be looking at replacing. You know, along with having something that's functional, you definitely want something that's reliable, especially if you're going down the road or stuff like that. So you know, along with this process that we're doing with modifications, you know, we're also doing, in a sense, kind of a restoration on this thing. So be a lot of videos upcoming pretty soon as far as replacing some of these parts, getting this thing in ship shop, you know, tip top shape, if I can talk, and you know, getting this thing back to where it once was, way back when. You know, obvious body issues for it being a '94. You know, but not horrible. There's not a whole lot of dents and dings in it. It's mainly just paint. Body-wise, the lines are fairly straight. Now, if anybody has one of these or has looked at one of these, you know this is the spot where this is always going to be an issue. You're always going to have rust down here. The rockers take a beating. These are fairly destroyed, as you can see. I mean, this stuff just literally just, you know, comes off. So debating now whether to do kind of just a whole rocker replacement on this, or just finish cutting these things out and just doing a tube steel rock slider. Doing it that way. I'm leaning more toward the rock slider, just for the wear and tear aspect of it. But that's to be determined, and we shall see. You know, the front, it's got its things. You know, like I said, I mean, there's some cosmetic stuff on the hood, stuff like that. And we're going to replace the hood. Probably going to do some sort of cooling vents in the hood. Once again, if anybody has one of these, you know that these things like to run a little warm. That's just how they are. So anything I can do to increase the cooling on this, I'll certainly do that. One thing that I had to recently do, actually, is replace kind of the cooling system. Started really overheating, so we replaced the thermostat housing, water pump, and put a new radiator in it. So don't have kind of the step-by-step on that, but I'll see if I can make just a quick little cliff note version as far as what we did, what the process was, and how that went. It's not too hard, and honestly I did it all for less than like a couple $100, you know. And you know, when you have a cooling issue in one of these, it's really hard to determine where it may be coming from. You know, it could be the thermostat, it could be the thermostat housing, a water pump, whatever. So if you're going to replace one thing, just bite the bullet and do all of it. You know, just get it done. But this is it. You know, got the OEM style roof rack on it. I do have a basket kayak rack and aftermarket rack that we'll be putting on it. That's on my Patriot now. I think that'll fit. If not, we may have to do something, but we're gonna throw that on it. Really, I mean, you know, the next steps are just kind of getting this thing back to running shape again. I know one thing that's probably the next thing on the list will be replacing the headlights. These things are absolutely horrible, and just how they are, they're just horrible. All right, guys, Jack from XJ Adventures here. Like I said, that was just kind of the Cliff Note walk-around version of the new Overland camping rig that our family is going to tackle. and try to get out there and enjoy the world some more. Stay tuned for obviously future videos. As far as updates we're going to do, modifications, kind of the restoration project with this thing, as well as videos as far as where we go, the campgrounds we go to, and the reviews and the pros and cons of these places, in cases you're getting ideas of where you may want to go, and if we can be any help in that, that's why I developed this channel. So comment below, let me know what type of Jeep you have, the places you go, the type of things you enjoy doing. I'm always looking for ideas, and we're also looking to make this a community where we can kind of talk back and forth and shoot around ideas about different projects we can do and different places we can go. So like I said, make sure to comment below, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We're just launching this channel, so the production quality will get better, I promise. But thanks a lot, guys. Have a great day, and go out there and have a great adventure too.